While our bus takes us to the Hutongs of Beijing, I noticed the police car next to us and reflected on the changes in China since our first visit. Our bus in 1988 was followed by a car with plainclothes law enforcement officers. Tours of Hutongs are very popular. Hutongs are old Beijing homes built around courtyards. Barbara and I are about to join a rickshaw caravan. The tour leader explains that we have to leave our rickshaws and walk through the Hutongs. As we walk through the Hutongs, we see all kinds of things that are interesting. Weeds growing on a rooftop, a very fancy door with decor, and pigeons on top of another roof. We visited a home in the Hutongs and sat in the courtyard. Various fruits and vegetables are grown overhead in the lattice work. Joanne is not giving a lady the finger, she is negotiating. The negotiations are finished. This young girl just noticed I'm taking her photograph. On the way to the Temple of Heaven, I continue to marvel at the Beijing architecture and other points of interest. The Temple of Heaven was built in 1420. The walkway to the temple is lined with people who are gambling. Perhaps if you win, you get to go to the Temple of Heaven. What is this young lady reaching into? We exited the temple grounds through a park and find people performing singing and dancing, with or without a costume or audience. This crowd is watching an entertainer who's performing in costume. When the entertainer, who was wearing a costume, had a change, we walked over and listened to a vocalist. Barbara and I returned to watch the person in costume dancing. We thought this was a woman, and then we noticed the mustache. After visiting the Temple of Heaven, we drove to the airport to fly to Xi'an.